Good morning, everybody. This is Mr. Severa here, principal of Joseph Case Junior High School, with Backyard Enrichment video number 41, coming to you deep in the woods here in my backyard in Swansea, deeper in the woods than we've ever been for one of our backyard enrichment videos, so we can look at a native plant that grows out here. Let's start today with our backyard enrichment appreciation, as we always do. Sending out appreciation today to my big brother John. He lives down the street from me here, and he was a contributor to this video. We've been together a long time. He's just 1 year older than me. We do a lot of things together, and we always have. So we appreciate you today, John. Thank you for being a big part of my life. So, yesterday was a really nice day. You were able to get out of the yard. We do tons of things out there, nice and sunny, warm. We did some work in the garden. We were also able to jump in the pool, and it was actually 4 degrees warmer than the day before, so that warm sunshine really helps increase the pool temperature. Not sure how we're going to do today, because I'm out here right now and it's raining, or it's drizzling, or water's falling from the trees, or something's going on. So it's not starting out all that great, kind of humid. I think it's going to be warm enough later on, although maybe not sunny, but take what we can get at this time of year. So for today's backyard enrichment video, I was out here looking for this exact plant the other day. I think it was Saturday morning. I said I'm going to take a walk out and see if I can find this native plant, and sure enough I did. Right here in my yard I found a lady slipper, beautiful pink orchid that grows native in New England. But in all of these woods that I have, I could only find one. So I know a guy who lives down the road who generally has quite a few lady slipper in his yard. So I jumped on my bike, I took a ride down the street to my brother's house, and sure enough, he was out in the yard, as I knew he would be, working in his garden. He had took me around his yard and showed me a number of lady slipper that he has growing there. So let's take a look, learn a little bit more about this native plant. This is the pink lady slipper, Cypripedium acaule, a large, showy wildflower belonging to the orchid family. The first flower you see here is the single flower that I found in my backyard. It has two opposite basal leaves with conspicuous parallel veins and a large flower at the end of an erect stalk. The flower is magenta to whitish pink. Sometimes the whitish pink flowers will have darker pink veins. Rarely the flower may be all white. This plant grows 6 to 15 inches tall and flowers generally between May and July. Pink lady slipper lives in a variety of habitats, growing in mixed hardwood coniferous forests of pine and hemlock, on rocky mossy slopes, and in semi-open or deep humus and acidic but well-drained soil. They're found throughout the eastern United States and most of Canada. The pink lady slipper, like all orchids, starts life as a very tiny seed. The orchid seeds are little more than a few cells, constituting an undifferentiated embryo. The seeds must germinate in the right habitat and in the presence of a symbiotic fungus. The fungus grows within the tissues of the orchid and helps it to take up nutrients from its environment. This orchid, like most lady slippers, attracts pollinators through deception. Bees are lured into the pouch by the bright color and sweet scent of the flower. Inside, they find no reward, but are trapped with a single exit. Hairs lead to a pair of openings, one beneath each pollen mass. As the bee crawls toward the opening, it rubs against the stigma, and any pollen it is carrying pollinates the flower. Finally, as it squeezes out of the flower, new pollen is pressed onto the bee to be carried to the next plant. Bees quickly learn from this experience and soon avoid these flowers, which accounts for the low pollination rates of this orchid. If the lady slipper is successfully pollinated, a capsule containing many thousands of tiny seeds will develop and ripen by late summer. The sides of the capsule then split open, and the seeds are shed to the breeze. Successful pollination is not that common in most lady slippers, and when it occurs, seed production can be quite a drain on the plant. Often plants that produce seed pods will remain dormant the following year and not put up any leaves. Once established, lady slipper plants will propagate on their own and live for many years if left undisturbed. Because a picked lady slipper will not rejuvenate itself and the plant has a less than 5% transplant success rate, they are often considered off limits to picking and transplanting. Lady slippers, like all orchids, are protected from picking by a Massachusetts state law passed in 1935. While pink lady slippers are not endangered, there are 3 species of endangered lady slipper orchids here in the state. Endangered species include the showy lady slipper, the small yellow lady slipper, and the ram's head lady slipper, a tiny and unique plant with a purplish slipper. Get out there today in your yard. Maybe you can see an orchid, a lady slipper. Cool little plant. Well, that is today's backyard enrichment video. A pretty little flower. I hope you enjoyed it. Get all that school work done. The school year is winding down a little bit here. Help mom and dad around the house with whatever they need, and then get out in the yard, have some fun, do some exploring, see what you can learn today. I read something this morning, said today was National Hamburger Day. That gives me a pretty good idea for dinner. Maybe I'll throw some burgers on the grill there and celebrate National Hamburger Day. Sounds good to me. Have a good day, everybody. I'll be back with you tomorrow for the Friday edition, Backyard Enrichment 42. Remember, we're all in this together. We are all Cardinals. From the woods here, a little rainy in Swansea. Have a good day, everybody.